If you want to lose weight but you really don't want to track calories, maybe you have a disordered eating past, or you really just cannot be bothered to track calories. I appreciate it is a little bit boring. Then I'm going to give you 3 strategies you can use to still lose that weight, and we're going to get straight into it. So the first one is intermittent fasting. Now, intermittent fasting is typically referring to a 16-8 method is the most common approach, which simply means 16 hours you fast, 8 hours you eat. And most people do like 11 a.m. till 7 p.m. or 12 p.m. till 8 p.m., something like that. Now, the benefit of doing intermittent fasting without tracking calories is just by being sensible about your meals, having protein-based meals, you have a shorter window to eat within, which means, well, you're more likely to eat less food. So if you are actually strict with this and stick to it, maybe it's like black coffee, water in the morning, get some caffeine in, delaying that appetite, and then having a protein shake, protein bar, fruit as your snacks, and then some big protein-based meals, meat, fish, whatever it is, whatever your protein source of choice is, then this is going to naturally lower your calorie count from just eating in a smaller window and keeping to some sensible meals. Tell me you're cold without telling me you're cold. It is freezing in London here. The second thing is keeping a food diary. So if you do not want to track calories but you need some form of accountability, you can either do this with someone else or keep yourself accountable with a food diary, which is basically just writing down a list of the meals that you're eating during the day. Maybe take pictures of your food so that you can sense check the portion sizes, because if you tell yourself you're having like chicken, potato and vegetables, as a really boring meal suggestion, I don't know why I said that, then if you take a picture of that meal and you see that the carb portion is huge, and then you're not actually losing weight and you're tracking your body weight, seeing if your body weight's coming down, if you're not losing weight, then you can taper down that portion size of the carbs and keep the protein and the veggies there, and that is going to lower the calories down. And then this gives you an opportunity to basically adjust your food diary, reduce the portion sizes, to keep taking the pictures, and then if you keep doing that, eventually you're going to get yourself in a calorie deficit. Now, what I will caveat all of this with saying is increasing your activity levels in combination with one of these methods of diet control is going to help a lot. So if you're not really active at the moment, maybe you're only getting the gym once a week and your step count 6k steps per day, maybe get that up towards 8 to 10,000 steps a day, get in the gym a little bit more often, and then that way you're burning more calories, which is going to help you create that calorie deficit, which is burning more calories than we are consuming to lose weight. The third approach for you is doing some form of plate portion rule. Now, the plate portion rule I'm going to talk you through that you see on screen is looking at your plate, half fruit and veg, which is naturally lowering calories, then a quarter protein and a quarter carbs. Now, keeping healthy fats to a minimum, like we do need some healthy fats to function for hormones, managing testosterone levels, but they do bring high calories. So for every gram of fats, you've got 9 calories, and then for every gram of carbs and protein, you've got 4 calories, which basically means we need to be sensible on our on our fat portions, and not just doing this when we're cooking with olive oil. So things like olive oil, and then takeaway food, having more processed foods is going to be higher in fat. So if we can get a very small amount of healthy fats in our meals, things like avocado, oily fish, small handful of nuts, measuring out olive oil, that is a great position to be in, and is going to help you keep the calories under control. And then by having half of your plate as fruit and veg, and then the other small portion of carbs on 1/4 of your plate and protein, you're gonna keep full. You're gonna be more full from your meals. You're gonna be quite satiated. This is probably gonna mean that you snack less because you're gonna be so full from all the meals you're eating, and we're filling up our stomach for less calories, so there's more volume of food. So this is a simple way to get more volume in your meals without tracking calories. So if you use these strategies like intermittent fasting, so shortening your eating window, keeping a food diary and keeping yourself accountable to some form of sensible approach to eating to reduce your portion sizes, and you look at a plate portion rule and just looking at your plate, does it make sense? Are your calories going to shoot up? You then get a better understanding of the different types of foods to be eating. What I would say to caveat all of this is, if you are completely new to this, to trying to get in shape, and you don't really have any knowledge around nutrition, what types of foods to be eating, I do think it is a good idea to track for a few weeks in MyFitnessPal, in an app like that, because then you're going to have a better understanding of the foods to be eating, what has protein, what has fats, what has carbs, and then with the knowledge you've acquired, you're going to make better choices when you're eating out. So take this approach first if you really don't want to track calories. If you are losing weight, then great. If you get to a point where you maybe stall, or you are not losing weight for a certain period of time, maybe that's when you look at adding in tracking calories, just to be a bit more specific with it and see a bit quicker progress. Hope you found those tips useful. If you did, drop the video a like, hit subscribe for more simple fat loss and muscle building tips, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.